Hello and welcome to the I Can Do podcast with Benjamin Lee. We're here to talk about tips and strategies to have an I Can Do mindset. Life is what you put into it. Get the most you can. Here's your host, Benjamin Lee.
Accomplish your dreams. Appreciate your dreams. I have been living the dream now for the past 16 years. Yesterday, July 2nd, back in 2009, my wife Nikki and I, we arrived in Beaumont, Texas for me to start the preacher training program at the Dallin Road Church of Christ. That was a dream. It was something that had been in my mind for a while. I had worked with Pfizer Pharmaceuticals for 8 years, from 2001 to 2009. I got severed from the company, but during that time, I was filling in and preaching in Illinois, in Missouri. Didn't really have any idea what I was doing, but nonetheless, I was giving it a shot. I had counselors, mentors at the church in Columbia, Missouri that really guided me to give this preacher training program a shot. I knew I needed some kind of help and assistance, and that's how we ended up in Beaumont, Texas. But I want to take you back to high school. Junior or senior year in high school, English class, we had to put together a journal. We had to write out different things that we wanted to do, 25 things that we wanted to accomplish. And one of the things that I had on that list was to preach in far away places. In hindsight, that really stuck with me throughout all the years. Now, I was not actively pursuing a timeline when I got into college and when I started working with Pfizer with, hey, this is when I'm going to start preaching and things like that. But it was just something inside of me where when those opportunities presented themselves, I took them. I grew up in a small church of like 10 people. It was basically a family type of church. And my grandfather preached and he gave me opportunities to preach. My sister was essentially my writer. I didn't know what I was doing, and she would write up some notes for me, and I would look in the back of the Bible and take some scriptures and try my best to say something on them. But that dream stuck with me. And so in 2009, my wife allowed me to pursue this dream of full-time preaching. I didn't know if it was going to work or not, but I had to take the chance. I was 30. I didn't want to wait until I was 40. I thought I would be way too comfortable with another type of career and the kind of money that I would be making in that as well. So I took the risk, as Dr. Benjamin Carson talks about, take the risk in one of his books. I had read Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. One of my physicians had recommended that book to me. The preachers in the preacher training program that would be my mentors, they were really the rich dad, so to speak, the men that were on this council that would give me this guidance. They were smarter than me, and I wanted to surround myself with people who were further along and that could help me as well. And I have been living this dream for the past 16 years. It's been a blessing. And I'm in reflection mode. Maybe you get into that mode as well. My wife, her dream was to homeschool our son. And she's been able to do that really from the very beginning. So I'm deeply grateful and satisfied and full of gratitude with the fact that I've been able to live this dream, that me and my wife have been able to live this dream. And I want to encourage you. What's your dream? I want to encourage you to at least allow yourself to dream, to imagine, to consider what ifs. How can I make this a reality? We need to dream and we need to keep making it bigger and bigger, but we also have to take action. And after you take action and you start going down this path where you're living your dream, the second thing you need to do is make sure that you appreciate it. You see, the very dreams that we go after, the very things that we want, and the very things that we get, they become so normal, we actually fail to see how valuable they really are. We need to take the action, but secondly, we need to appreciate the dreams. And the more we can do that, whether it's slowing down, whether it's celebrating, whether it's sharing it with someone else like I'm doing with you, wherever you are around the world, whether it's journaling, whether it's looking back and saying, hey, I think this dream is complete, and then moving on. We need to take that time to appreciate, to give thanks to God for what he has done, for what he has provided, and to give thanks to everyone who has assisted us along the way. Whether it was the preacher in Rockford, Illinois, the elders in Columbia, Missouri, and the elders and preachers in Beaumont, Texas, and the members here in Louisville, they all have contributed to me and this dream. And I've realized now that the dream is really bigger than me. It's always been about God, and yet he's allowed me to live this dream. And so I wanted to share that with you. I was thinking about this today. My episodes are episodic. I think that's the right way to call it. When when some inspiration comes to me, I want to share that with you. I typically release on Mondays, but there's going to be podcasts that are going to be released throughout the week. And I want to share things that are helping me that will also be able to help you. So let me ask you, and I'd love to hear from you, what is your dream? What are your dreams? Are you living them? Can you articulate them? Are you afraid to take that next step? What if today is that day? July 3rd, 2026. What if we replace what if and say today is that day? How will your life change for the better? There's only one way to find out. Live your dream, take action on it, and be sure that you appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Leave me a review, a rating. Please share this. The more you do, the more people around the world will be able to hear it and be motivated as well. I can do, so can you. Take care. God bless.